Dear students, it is class for biology period, class 12 biology. You have to study 16 chapters in biology. The first chapter of biology syllabus is reproduction in organism. Reproduction in organism, the first chapter of biology in our syllabus. We have to study following content from this chapter. What are organisms? What do you mean by reproduction? What is lifespan? What are different types of reproduction? What is different types of asexual reproduction? And what are different events of sexual reproduction? If we go at the first entry, what are organisms? The organism means a group of identical individuals which can interbreed together, called organisms. These organisms have identical reproductive and morphological characters. For example, human being is one of the organisms. Say mango plant is another organism. Say any animal, whatever you look, is another organism. So there are several organisms. Reproduction. The part 1 organism and part 2 reproduction. Here reproduction means the production of their own kind. The reproduction may be production from single individual or from a pair of individual. Similarly, the reproduction where single individual parent involved is called asexual reproduction. In other case, pair of parents means male parent and female parent both are involved for production of their own kind is called sexual reproduction. Any organism have limited lifespan. So we are reaching, when we got the idea of organism, we got the idea of reproduction, so we think about the lifespan. Point number 3 is lifespan. What do we mean by lifespan? Lifespan is the period of life since birth till the natural death. This period varies from individual to individual. Similarly, an average lifespan of human is 67 years. It is also depicted for most of the organisms. If you see small birds, they have lifespan of certain years. It is recorded that the maximum lifespan is recorded for banyan tree, 200 years. In case of animals, tortoise or crocodiles, they have maximum lifespan about 150 years. But smaller organisms have very short lifespan. If you think about a butterfly or any mosquito or any one insect that have lifespan very short, it may range from 1 week to 10 days. There are some organisms, they have very short lifespan. Now, most of the unicellular organisms, they are immortal. We cannot predict their lifespan. So, if we see the lifespan of different organisms, there are 3 phases, basically 3 phases during the lifespan. In case of animals, it is number 1, juvenile phase, the phase of life from birth till the age of reproduction. Number 2, adulthood phase, the phase of life after juvenile phase means from the age of juvenile finish to the age of old age. So we can say the reproductive phase begins from the age of poverty. Here mean age of poverty is the indication of reproductive phase, and it lasts till the fertility maintained. So it is measured about 45 to 50 years of age, considered as the reproductive age in case of human being. Every organism has its specific reproductive age or adulthood phase. So we can say the first phase was juvenile phase, second phase is the adulthood or reproductive phase, and the next is called the old age phase. So there are three phases are commonly found in the animals. We can consider one more phase in animals, that is the death phase. Most of the animals, they fall in death immediately. Now, if we consider the death of a plant with that of death of animal, the plant do not die at once. It has slow death, and in that case, we can say in plants there are four phases. Number one, the juvenile phase is called vegetative phase. The adulthood phase is called flowering phase or reproductive phase, and this flowering phase continues in plants for last. Then after flowering phase, the next phase comes the old age, in which that is called senescence phase. Senescence mean here they drop their leaves, they fall their branches, they may produce new leaves but could not last forever. They dry their roots, lastly the plant dies. So we can say senescence means slow death, and this condition commonly found in plants. So we at the lifespan there are three phases in animals and four phases in plants. Now, if we go deep into the reproduction in organism, simply we can say there are two methods of reproduction in organism. Number one, asexual reproduction, and two, sexual reproduction. Now, here asexual reproduction mean the production of new individual from the single parent. The products which form after asexual reproduction, they are identical to their parents. Therefore, they are considered as clones. Similarly, the clones are morphologically and genetically identical. So we can say the individuals which produce from asexual reproduction by single parent. Single parent is involved. And we can say these products of asexual reproduction are identical to their parents. Not only to their parents, with their other progeny. Here progeny means children or new generation. Just I told you the products are identical to each other, they are called clone. Here clone means the individuals are identical in morphology and genetically. The group of individuals produced by asexual reproduction, which involve with single parent, they are identical to their parents with their other progeny, and they are morphologically and genetically identical. If any question asked in your examination, write 3 characteristics of clone. So you can put these 3 points in your answer. Now we'll go forward. If we see asexual reproduction, it varies from individual to individual. Some individuals which are unicellular, they mostly go through asexual reproduction. But some multicellular organisms also go through it. So we can say the give heading types of asexual reproduction. If we consider the types, the asexual reproduction have basically 6 different types in most of the organisms. Asexual reproduction is basically 6 types in most of the organisms. We can say what are these 6? Number 1, fission. 2, budding. 3, spore formation. 4, sporulation. 4, gamete formation. 5, fragmentation. And 6th we can say last, the regeneration. So we can say there are 6 types of asexual reproduction in most of the organisms. Fission, budding, spore formation or sporulation, gamete formation, fragmentation and regeneration. We begin from the one by one. Number 1 is the fission. Now we are taking fission. Most of the unicellular organisms, fission, most of the unicellular organisms. You know unicellular organisms? They have single cells. An example, the basic example is amoeba. This organism is unicellular. This undergoes fission. Fission means the amoeba directly divides into 2 parts. It is cell membrane, cytoplasm, and it is nucleus. It undergoes direct into 2 parts, divided into 2 parts from the middle, directly to forming 2 parts and 2 daughter individual forms. The division which involved here is mitosis. So we can say during fission, the unicellular organism such as amoeba is divided directly into 2 daughter individuals, new individuals by mitosis cell division. If cell division is mitosis, it means the nucleus divided into 2 nuclei. You look here, nucleus divided into 2 daughter nuclei. This division is called karyokinesis. Similarly, the cytoplasm, just to see, cytoplasm also divided into two. It is called cytokinesis. Both the process occur together. In multicellular organism, what happens? They are separate. Karyokinesis go first, then cytokinesis. But in unicellular organism, both the process, karyokinesis means division of nucleus, and cytokinesis, the division of cytoplasm occur together, and it will form one individual into two individuals. We can say only one individual able to produce only two individuals. So we can give another term here that is called binary fission. Binary means two. Here this type of fission is called binary fission. Now the basic example is just I gave the amoeba. The other organisms also of the same group, such as Paramecium. Have you heard about Paramecium? And the Evelina. These are the some other organisms where binary fission occur. So we can define in short what do you mean by binary fission. Here we can say the division of parent individual into two daughter individual by mitosis cell division is called binary fission. Example, unicellular organism such as amoeba, Paramecium, Evelina. But it is not enough. There are some organisms, they are also unicellular, but they undergo the production of more than two daughter nuclei, daughter individuals. When a parent individual divides in such a way to produce more than two new individuals, this is called multiple fission. We can put here multiple fission. So indirectly we can say when parent individual divide into more than two individuals is called multiple fission. It is commonly seen in Plasmodium. Here we see Plasmodium. Have you heard about Plasmodium? Plasmodium is a malaria parasite. It is commonly found during malaria. It is a protozoan. When it reaches in our blood, it divides by multiple fission. Several Plasmodia will develop, and then the malaria symptoms occur. So here I am going down the symptoms. Simply we see the fission means division of parent individual into two or more than two daughter nuclei, daughter individual by mitosis cell division. It's called fission. Or we can say the fission is two types. Number one, binary fission, where one individual produces into two individuals, and another is multiple fission, where one individual will produce into more than two individuals. The examples are for binary fission amoeba and for multiple fission Plasmodium. So both are unicellular organisms. So commonly fission is the phenomenon of unicellular organism. If we compile entire content in words, so we can say fission is an asexual type of reproduction in unicellular organisms. In this, single parent can divide into two new individuals, is called binary fission. In this, single parent individual may divide into more than two individuals, then it's called multiple fission. And the best examples are unicellular organisms such as amoeba, Paramecium, Evelina, Plasmodium. It is one of the type of asexual reproduction. We call it fission. Any query about the fission will take up. Now the other part. After fission, the another method of asexual reproduction is called budding. Budding means the development of small protuberance. The development of small protuberance means small protuberance will develop. is one of the individual. We call it Hydra. This individual will develop a small bud-like structure is called protuberance. This protuberance grows in size. Ultimately, a new individual produces from it. When new individual produce, it will separate from the parent, and in this way, new individual can be obtained by budding. So just we are realizing what is budding. When a parent individual undergoes to produce new individual by developing a small protuberance, which enlarge in size and ultimately it acts as a new individual. This type of budding commonly found in Hydra. Hydra is a multicellular organism. It is the part of multicellular organism. Now further we see this type of budding we can call single budding because only single protuberance appeared during the formation of the individual. So we call it single budding. There are some organisms, it is commonly found in Hydra, just I told you. There are some organisms, they have more than one bud or protuberance structure. We call chain budding. Chain budding or multiple budding. If you see, in case of, though it is unicellular organism, but it belongs to the kingdom fungi. The kingdom fungi is multicellular group in which one of the organism called yeast or Saccharomyces is unicellular, and that unicellular undergoes multiple budding or chain budding. If you see any yeast, suppose it is a yeast and it is unicellular, where it will undergo multiple budding, it produces several buds on it in the form of a long chain. So we can say when any individual that divide into more than one bud-like structure, that is chain budding. We can say budding is another mode of reproduction commonly found in multicellular organisms, and it produces either single budding by protuberance, example Hydra, or multiple budding or chain budding in yeast. So the example of chain budding is yeast. Yeast belongs to the group fungi, and Hydra belongs to animal group coelentrates. If you remember your class 11 study, the phylum Coelentrata, that belongs Hydra. And if you remember, same thing in case of plant kingdom, the kingdom fungi have yeast, both undergoes budding. It may be multiple budding or chain budding, depend upon organism to organism. Simply we can say, what is budding? Here we comprise in the form of budding means development of new individual by producing small protuberance on its body and that enlarge into new individual. It may be only one new individual, then called single budding. Example Hydra. It may be a chain of individuals or multiple individuals. Then it is called chain budding or multiple budding. Example yeast. So it is the second or another method type of asexual reproduction which we studied. Okay? Any query? Any problem? I think good. Now, we are proceeding further. I told you there are 6 types of asexual reproduction. The first was fission, second budding. Now we go to third type of asexual reproduction is spore formation. Spore formation means small unicellular structures will produce in the form of spores. What are spores? These are unicellular structures which involved in reproduction. So we can say spore formation is one of the methods of asexual reproduction in most of the organisms. It may occur in both unicellular and multicellular. If you remember, number one, fission was occur only in unicellular. Number two, budding was appeared in only in multicellular. But it occurs in both unicellular and multicellular. In case of unicellular individual, say we can say Chlamydomonas. It is one of the unicellular organisms. If you look your previous study, it had a small structure like body. It is this type of structure is called Chlamydomonas. Since it has green pigment, so it is a type of plant. We call it algae. Now, if we see, we are studying spore formation where in unicellular as well as multicellular organism. Here I am taking one of the unicellular organism called Chlamydomonas. The structure is like this. It has following parts. Number one, cell wall. Number second, cytoplasm. Three, nucleus. Four, plastid. Capsule and flagella. This is flagellate, biflagellate organism. Now, when it is going for reproduction, asexual reproduction by spore formation, mostly the spores produced from the same individual of same type of structure, but they don't have plastid. They are called zoospores. Why they are called zoospores? Because they are motile. Motile means they can move from one place to another. Basically, we say the spore formation occur in unicellular organism. They are called zoospores, and zoospores are motile. Similarly, if we see any multicellular organism and that also produce same type of spores, they are also called zoospores. They are also motile. So we can say both unicellular and multicellular organisms produce their asexual spores, commonly known as zoospores. They are motile. In case of aquatic organism, the motile zoospores are required. But there are some organisms which commonly found on the land, terrestrial habitat, they do not require motile capacity. Since motile means moving, so water is essential. In absence of water, they cannot travel. In that case, there are another type of spores. They are called conidia. Number one, zoospores. I told you they are motile and they are commonly found in the aquatic organism. Another group of spores, they are called conidia. They are non-motile and they produce from the multicellular multicellular organism. Not from unicellular, only multicellular organism. Multicellular. These non-motile spores commonly known as conidia. The best example for conidia are fungi. And in case of fungi, we can say the fungi is divided into 4 groups. These are, if you remember class 11 study, the first group is called Phycomycetes. It is aquatic, which produce zoospore. Second group is Ascomycetes, that produce conidia. Third group is Basidiomycetes, that don't have asexual reproduction. And fourth group is Deuteromycetes, that don't have sexual reproduction. So we can say both of the groups of fungi with Ascomycetes and Deuteromycetes both produce non-motile spores called conidia. These zoospores are conidia. They can produce new individuals in presence of water or favorable conditions. So, in that we can say there are 6 types of asexual reproduction. First was fission, second was budding, third is spore formation, where we studied 2 types of spores: zoospores, which are motile, commonly found in algae. Both types of algae, that is unicellular and multicellular. And the group is conidia, which is non-motile, which commonly found in multicellular organism, and it always mostly are found in the fungi, not in entire fungi. Only in 2 groups of fungi, Ascomycetes and Deuteromycetes. So, spore formation also seen in some more higher organisms. Those organisms, they live in water. Due to unfavorable conditions, the water dries up. In that case, the organism also convert their body into a group of spores within it, and that is called cyst. C-Y-S-T, cyst. Cyst, a type of hard covering where, and this condition occur during unfavorable condition, during drought. If there is scarcity of water, the organism fails to survive. In that condition, the organism converts its body into cyst, and it is one type of asexual reproduction, we can say. So ultimately we reached sexual reproduction by spore formation occur. Number 1, zoospores. They are motile, commonly found in algae, and they occur in both unicellular and multicellular. Second type are conidia, which are non-motile, which only present in multicellular organism. The best example are fungi, but not all fungi. Ascomycetes and Deuteromycetes. No Basidiomycetes and no Phycomycetes. You already know Phycomycetes is aquatic fungi where zoospores are present, and Basidiomycetes don't have sexual reproduction. Don't have asexual reproduction in Basidiomycetes, so there are no chances of spore formation. Third condition, just I informed you, during unfavorable conditions or drought, the aquatic organism, they protect them by converting their body into a group of spores enclosed into thick wall. Just see this type of thick wall they form. A thick covering in which spores are enclosed. And these are called spores. And this type of structure is called cyst. And it is commonly found in both unicellular and multicellular organisms, which are aquatic. The term is aquatic. Water is must. So in scarcity of water or during unusual conditions, this condition occur. We can say the third type of asexual reproduction is spore formation by number 1 zoospores, number 2 by conidia, and number 3 by cyst formation. Any query, any problem with this, we are going forward. These three methods of asexual reproduction very common in organisms, but there are some organisms they also undergoes more type of asexual reproduction. We are proceeding forward. The fourth category of asexual reproduction is called gamete formation. Gamete. Gamete means a group of spores enclosed within the body. What do you mean by gamete here? Gamete means group of spores enclosed within body. Where you will see gametes? They are commonly seen in phylum Porifera. Could you remember Porifera phylum? It is second phylum of animal kingdom, phylum Porifera. This phylum belongs to sponges. Example, Spongilla. If we see its diagram, it has just like cell-like structure. This type of structure present in it. Now they are commonly found in the pools of water. Sponges are not only all the poriferans. They are aquatic. They live in water. And in water they survive where? Why the way there is scarcity of water? In that case, they protect themselves and they develop a thick wall structure inside its body that is called gamete. Here I am writing gamete. Number third is gamete formation, means where you will look in case of poriferans. Among the poriferans, which one? Among the sponges. The sponges have their asexual reproduction only under the condition when they got drought or unfavorable or scarcity of water. In that case, all the body cells accumulate together in such a way they form a body called gamete. We can draw here gamete like this. If I had see gamete like what is gamete here? A thick wall structure which has spores inside it. So this wall and these are the gametes. These gametes which form in case of poriferans or sponges during unfavorable condition, if water is available, they again revert to produce new sponges. The best example I told you is Spongilla, Leucon, several examples are there. So, very difficult to reach here. We'll take now the number 1 was fission, second was budding, third was spore formation, fourth is gamete formation. We take up next is fragmentation and regeneration in the next video. Thank you.